In this video, we're demonstrating how to do multiple services at once. This is also called double booking. You'll notice a couple of things here. First of all, the appropriation of the wax size. So always know where you're going before you lay it. Rachel did go in on the nostril here, then the right ear, then the top of the right brow. So all of this is setting at the same time. What you could do is be mirroring these exact strips on the other side of the face. Now, something not mentioned, but assumed, is that the skin is already prepped. You're ready to go. With the nostril in particular, you want to give your client a tissue to make sure they blow their nose before, because if there's any sort of mucus in there or drip of any sort from allergies, the wax would not adhere. And also, you want to oil that mustache if you are not using a muslin strip to cover the mustache hair. That's all to prevent the wax from adhering to those top of the mustache hairs. You'll see Rachel went in and just pulled that wax stick straight down from the nostril. You want to commit to your pulls. You don't want to hesitate when it comes to the ear pull or the nose pull. Some other things going on here as well, of course, is checking in with your client, right? After you do a big pull, how we doing? Doing okay? So you can't hear that audio, but that's all client care that is also happening. Now, on the actual ear strips, that's going to be a much smaller amount of wax on your wax stick. So again, just think about where you're going at all times. With the nostril, typically you're going to do 2 pulls. Sometimes you'll be able to do a few more, but when you do a few more, those are going to be much smaller. So you'll do your 2 main pulls, and then you'll take a look in the nose, and there might be just a few hairs left in the top of the inner crevice, so you'll get a much smaller amount of wax to just go in and pick up those extra hairs. So now we've moved over to the left side of his face, and we're doing the same exact thing. So nostril, ear, and then top of brow wax. For the sake of this recording, we did all one side first, and then now we've moved on to the other side of the face. But again, do know that you can mirror and go right ear, top of right brow, top of left brow, left nostril, right nostril, etc., just to keep track, essentially, of what you've waxed, etc. Typically, the skin is going to be indicative of where you just waxed. Obviously, it's going to have a little bit of a response, a little redness, so you will be able to see. But there are some clients that do not react at all, and you can lose track of where your strips are going. This is definitely the service you don't want to be distracted in. We're touching the eyebrows. A couple of wrong hairs, pulled out can make a big difference in the actual structure of the brow. At this point, we would have already consulted with him and asked him what he's looking to do with his brows. Typically, male brows are very straightforward. We're going to do straight lines, bottom and top, kind of parallel, and just clean up in the middle. If for some reason they want a higher arch, etc., of course, you would give them what they'd like. But again, typically pretty straightforward. So we are finalizing the service here, just doing some touch-up strips. Like this one right here, we spoke about it already, but just when there's hairs left over in the nostril, you could go in with smaller strips. You would do your tweezing and cleaning up of brows here as well, and then picking up all the extra little hairs with the wax stick like Rachel is demonstrating here. All in all, this service is pretty straightforward when it comes to male waxing. You'll want to give them a mirror afterward just to confirm everything looks good. Typically, male clients are all good if there was hair before and there isn't any anymore. And that is how you do 3 services at once.